Nice to meet you. This is taking too long. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's just so a couple of days ago, one of my toenails decided to act up, and I tried because we're going on holidays in 10 days. I kind of wanted to get that fixed as fast as possible. Yeah, turns out I had an appointment with the surgeon already, and it's tomorrow. So today I went to just some, I don't know the word in English, but she put some extenders on that toenail, and it's pulling the nail up. I know it's kind of disgusting, but I had a problem with it because during sports someone stepped on it and it came half off, and half of it stayed on, so it didn't just, if it just came off it would have probably regrown by now, but it just grew kind of weird, and I always took care of it and all that, but it still kind of grew in, or I don't know how to call it. So a few days ago, actually 1 week ago, it started to act up, which was, like I said, pretty annoying. And today, well, tomorrow I have the surgeon appointment, but I thought, maybe instead of cutting the whole nail away or doing stuff like that, maybe there's another way to fix it. So hopefully this is going to help. It's just so annoying because I had these health issues, the gastritis, and when I had that under control, that is the next thing that happened. And like I said, I always want to kind of have a fix for it right away. So Lego. Beautician, shut up, it's not a beautician. She's a medical something. God damn it. So let's see what's here. Oh yeah, I have new Raphael brushes. I swear they're looking better. Yeah, so that's the better shape. So I got these finally. Hey KF. Wait, KFAD Art. I will never remember your name. ADGD. Hey Eduardo. We can't wait, don't worry. Thank you, very kind. Hey Ulrich. Hey. Wait, Behillit. How's it going? Hey Holden Logan. Happy Monday. Thank you. Yeah, so again, having a bit of a better outlook with the toe. So I'm kind of positive with that again. It's just really, really annoying. Hey Sashko. Hey MM. Hey Lupo. Hey Mero. Hey Fenris. Ice Wall Comb. What did I miss? Yeah, let me just log in. Fuckers. Hey fuckers. Oh my god, muted. God damn it. Just muted my one. Let me just log into on my dashboard, so the whole notification stuff is popping up. Oh yeah, so what happened this week? Obviously we had that one good YouTube video with, what is it, the Crimson Fist Marine. It's now at 20,000 views, just above, I think. So thanks for everyone who was watching that. We had a couple of new patrons. I think it was 90 new patrons since the video came out, so thanks for that. Yeah, and we're slowly creeping closer to the magical 250 subscriber mark, where I think I can finally think about doing this full time. So thank you for that, guys. Really, really appreciate it, and I'm really hyped about it. And I was really, into it with the content and all that. So I have 2 more videos still that I wanted to bring out this month. we'll see. I'll try to, that would make 4, I think. Or is it 5? I think 4. No, it's 5 with the Crimson Fist Marine, right? And yeah, so lost 2 days with messing around with the toe, but I hope this health issue shit is now behind us, and we can crack on with the content. Yeah, one more thing that happened was I finally, let's see, can I show that on stream? I think I can without showing anything sensitive. Yeah, so that's just that's my editor for the page, and I'm finally getting a homepage done. It's just basic, but it has everything. It has the can I navigate here? Yeah, it's supposed to have all the video tutorials that there are in one place. So basics, layering and glazing, speaking about brushes and how to push pigments and what's the, how important brush movement is, and then how to avoid chalkiness and saturation and faces and all that, and then having a lot of, tutorials in one place, like all non-metallic things in one place, and then desert, or, just bases, and putting all those in one place. I'm thinking about just having an index up here, like a really tiny one that just shows everything, and then have anchors. And if you click on that, you go down, say basic is the first thing, and then you click on the small basic links, and then it goes to this. That way I can, I can make it even more compressed, and everyone can see what video tutorials there are out there. Moist blending. Yeah, that's just a placeholder. But I have a wet blending video too. Yeah, so if anyone is really good with privacy statements and the whole European Union data security stuff, I'm in dire need of someone who knows what I need to put on there. Oh yeah, we're also going to have an online store. So yeah, regarding, those two things, and then whatever I need to do for the online store with the e-commerce. Wait, where's the online store? I have no idea what I need to do. But yeah, the online store is online too. It's loading, I don't know why it's taking so long. So I should have a couple of these in stock. I should have all of these in stock. Wait, where's Berg? Where the hell did Berg go? Yikers. He's not there. Yeah, but you're also going to be able to buy the painting guides, because people have been requesting that feature for ages. What happened there? Anyway, don't know. But yeah, pretty happy to bring this on the way. Obviously, gallery is linking to my putty and paint, and then how to book me for workshops. All the information is there too. Yeah, just all in one place, and yeah, we're finally having it all in one place. Yeah, Patreon link, Teespring link. Oh yeah, I do have a couple of new. Wait, can I, when I click this? No, let's do it like this. What the nail salon doctor said. God damn it, you guys. Anyway, I have a couple of new designs. Shop. One thing that I ordered for myself was the new, what is it? Evident Metal. Obviously, all the old designs are still there. Yeah, finally have some stickers too. I think there's cheaper ones too. That's just the really large one. The new metallic logo. And I ordered one of these, and I ordered one of these. Yeah, this one. I'm kind of looking forward to getting those. Yeah, the heavier than metal, I kind of feel like have their right to exist because they're getting really popular on YouTube, and it also is kind of a statement, you know, that you're trying to paint heavier than the heavier than metal. Painting, what are they? Studio? Anyway. Sculptor, painter, teacher, legend. Yeah, that's off to the right, the legend tab. But that was just, you know, the initial, the home page. Wow. Where I just put everything that I do and everything that people can book me for and can find on the website and so on. I think that was, you know, that was the goal here. Is this guy Icelandic? No, I'm not Icelandic. Hey John Wolford, how's it going? I don't know how people get the perfect camera placement for these kind of videos. So I've been struggling a bit, and it would be super ideal if I could have it more, you know, closer to my face, and closer to how my eyes look at the miniature. Right now, it's a bit of a trade-off. Flight of the Coconuts, thanks for joining the community. Welcome. Much appreciated. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't even look that off. So this would be right in front of the camera, and it's tilted a bit to the side, if that makes sense. But it's still good enough, I think. It's just a weird angle in some places. Modular, thanks for resubbing, thanks for rejoining the Major League. Oh my god, look at this. What's our team size? 33 still. Okay. Yeah, we didn't quite make it to 50. I mean, we still have 10 days left, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to stream, since I want to put out the 2 videos for YouTube still. But yeah, I mean, the dream would still be to get to 50 at least, you know, next month maybe. At least by next month maybe. We will see. So that we can get those emotes on the road. And I think I'm going to, either I'm going to try and draw my own emotes, or I'm going to buy some from someone, just to have them all coherent. Any political statement today? Yeah, our right-wing party imploded. Wow, this guy isn't painting at all today, huh? Our right-wing party imploded because of cocaine and alcohol, and, you know, bragging in front of blonde women. So yeah, I'm kind of happy about that. I'm not really happy about the center conservative party being even stronger because of that, but what can you do? I mean, it's at least a start. The Nazis imploded, and that's all that matters. This looks awesome, thank you. What should we paint today? I don't know. I thought about maybe starting the hair and doing the black areas. So maybe do that. We could also do the skin. Other than that, there's not that much left to do, honestly. I think the wings turned out pretty good. I think I might just add... Yeah, let's maybe just add a bit of white here and there to the wings. Even though, didn't we do that already? No, I think I quit just before doing that last time. So maybe that, even though, I mean, this looks pretty okay. Yeah, other than that, we'll have to do the hair, I think. And obviously these parts need some refining. Yeah, we'll see. I'll do a bit of the black and a bit of the hair, and then we will see what we're going to do. Dips on Rogue Robot. Yeah, I don't have any copies, unfortunately, at the moment. Do a Patreon's gallery. Yeah, I could do that. With voting. Oh my god. So this website is all I can do. I'm really, really bad. Are the shirts non-metallic metal? Yeah, they are, actually. Hey, Alexander. Hey, Willem. Love your work, especially Joker. How long have you been sculpting? Let's see. Let's see. Let's go to that website stuff again. Navigate. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that worked. I've been sculpting since 2007, apparently. And I kind of started to do it professionally in 2013. I think that's when I did my first 54mm sculpt. Yeah, those were... I sculpted a miniature in 2007, and I entered it into a Golden Demon, and it was a Chaos Barbarian, but it looked nothing like a Warhammer Barbarian. So it didn't win anything, obviously, but that was fun to do nonetheless. Where's my sexy lady clothes? There is leggings, I think. I don't know if that counts. Hey, Stinking Foot. Have been a fan for 10 years, back when I was hugely into miniature painting. Even met you, I think, on one of Giant workshops. Nice to see you here. Thank you, Stinking Foot. But are you from Austria? Or did you come from Germany? Yeah, I do read Twitch chat. Sorry, I just had to catch up a bit. Started following you on YouTube since last week, and I'm watching videos when I paint. Great job. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of... If you just, found my YouTube, then there's so much stuff to watch. I think you have 100 videos by now. Obviously, the first ones are not that good, but they cover good things. So maybe I need to redo those. Maybe I need to redo those. What country are you from? I recognize your accent, but I can tell. I'm from Austria. So it's probably a German accent, because we do speak German. But yeah, thanks for being here, guys. And sorry for all the ramble. But I, some things happened.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for the follow, Fenris. Thanks for subbing on YouTube. Much appreciated. Oh yeah, we got so many YouTube subs too. I mean, I'm probably going to jinx it, but maybe we kind of reached a bit of a critical momentum. Yo, that's not true. I get more than that. Let's see, full monthly statistics. Are you using Elgato? Yeah, I'm using a capture cam for a capture card for my cam. It really is, since I have a potato PC and I didn't want to go through the hassle of replacing my computer just yet, just because it works, and it being a potato means I'm not going to do all that many computer games on it. So yeah, as long as it works and I can do all the editing and the streaming and all that, I don't have the urge to upgrade. But yeah, the subscriber, we gained the most subs ever. See, I started in 2017, I think in February or something like that. Let's see. I don't know what this was. Maybe it was the first Aviator and Metal video. I should have known back then to do them. Then this was the second one, I think. That was fantasy though, and wasn't the Space Marine, so it didn't do all that well. Then one of these is the next, or the second to last Aviator and Metal video. And this was the Crimson Fist, so I never gained as many subs as during this time. So that's the peak, almost 300 in one day. Really happy about that. Like I said, maybe it's a bit of a critical mass that's reached, and YouTube is showing the videos to more people. That would be really, really, really great. Yeah, we're probably going to be way above that here. So yeah, thanks a lot to everyone who's watching the videos. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. Nearly 100 videos. You're at 92 at the moment. Yeah, so it's a bit confusing since I also upload my Patreon videos to YouTube, obviously. And for me it says 150 or so. I think I have about 60 Patreon videos too. So it's a bit hard for me to keep track. But yeah, nearly 100 videos, still good, I think. Yes, from Austria, found you on YouTube too. I see. Huh. I mean, I was on 2 Jarhead Beginners Workshop. Were you on the one where he did... Wait, no, that's probably not a good information. Because for the first workshop, he makes you do a demonette, and then the second one you can do whatever you want. So I just went to both. Anyway. How do people use Elgato to stream the cameras? No, I'm using Open Broadcaster, OBS. What is it? OBS Studio, I think it's called now. And I feed, the window is, captured off of the capture card, or I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, this video or this screen feeds the camera through the capture card, and it's hardware encoded, which takes the strain away from the CPU and even my potato system can stream. Hey, Sunlocked. Hey again, everyone. Kind of been dead for a bit. Okay. Oh yeah, exams. What's better for you, watching the stream on Twitch or YouTube? It doesn't matter really. Whatever is better for you. That's why I do the YouTube, because Twitch isn't giving us quality options, and you can do quality options on YouTube. It's just the dual streams are just there so that a maximum of people can enjoy them. Obviously, I mean, as you can see, I don't have that many subscribers, so Twitch isn't really... I'm not doing Twitch or doing the streaming for the subs. That will never work, because I cannot stream so much that it will matter, that it will get a momentum of subs and so on. So it's just there to, so people can ask questions, and I mean, it's fun for me too, most of the time. What did I want to do? Oh yeah, the palette cam is out of focus. Let me just fix that, and then we're good to go. Easy. What's that MLMP thing? Major League Miniature Painting. It's just a gimmick, because I mean, Banshee has his Miniature Painting Academy. Maniac is obviously the Miniature Maniac. I just had to come up with something, and I did that artwork, or quote unquote artwork, of that is reminiscent of the Major League Baseball logo a while back, and I thought, it's just a gimmick. People can join the Major League by subscribing. I've seen worse things. Let's be honest. Okay, so I thought about maybe adding some of that purple. I think Nightshade might be a bit better. If I can find it. So Sunlocked, have the exams been good at least? There seems to be a general upsurge in interest on YouTube and Twitch for miniature painting. Yeah, maybe. What definitely helped was them releasing, or Games Workshop releasing, those contrast paints finally. I mean, not that it's... I mean, obviously it's not going to help me or, people that want to paint to a higher standard, but it's going to get a lot of people back into the thing where they just want painted armies so that they can game. Monarch purple, that's not it. Which again, I totally understand that it helps there. I don't really see anything you can use it for on top of that yet, but we will see. People will get creative. But yeah, it's probably a bit of a game changer with people that want to get their armies on the table. Hey Viking, hey Morth, how are you doing, guys? Nathaniel, actually a good friend of mine. He was at the beginning workshop. Oh, I'm so bad with names. Nathaniel, is that Daniel in real life? Really confused. So bad with names, sorry. What is the first color? Black. This is some kind of purple. Runic purple. This is nightshade purple, and this is an in-between color. So we'll see. I shouldn't do that. I don't know, purple is pretty bad when it's mixed with a yellow highlight. So I don't know. Yeah, I'll just start with that. We will see. Maybe I'm just going to highlight it with some pink. Huh. Or just white. Yeah, let's just do white. Why not? It's just hair. It's okay. I repainted the wings to more cold color. So I started... Actually, I wouldn't say it's cold color. The highlights are a bit colder. I started by mixing in ice yellow again. And there was a lot of ice yellow in the first highlights. So I guess all the, you know, I pushed them brighter with white, definitely. Desaturated the whole thing a bit. But I think it works. Since we have the red warm highlights down, or not highlights, the warm red color further down and from below, and then on top we have colder white, so I guess that works. I managed to get all A's again. Well, there you go. Good job. Hey Dmitry. An army with a quick and easy paint job is an army that you can always spend more time on later if you like. Yeah, exactly. The cross paint things, I might try them out once or twice, but I'm skeptical. I mean, again, if we don't have to use them, right? If we don't see an application, we don't have to use them. And I see some applications for people that, like I said, want to get their armies painted, so it's all good. Let's see. I'm going to cheat a bit and just paint those purple just to have a... It's not going to get picked up all good. The first layer at least, so I'm just going to apply some purple and then I'm going to highlight it. Like I said, I haven't really decided what to do, and I'm just going to experiment with this color and then we will see. So just to have the base coat covered, since Games Workshop spray is yeah, it's satin. It just looks kind of weird when you paint on that directly. I'm just going to, like I said, cover everything. Maybe I'm not going to use the best brush right away, or the new brushes. Can do that with an older brush. Don't like to use clear names on Twitch, yeah. I mean, again, It's, to me, it's so hard to remember internet names and real life names and so on. I get to know a lot of people through painting and through the workshops, obviously. So yeah, I'm trying to. I'm lucky if I remember one name, and you know, of the internet handle and the real life name. You have a lot of questions, Fenris. That's fine. That's why I'm here. I'm here to answer the questions. So this is gonna be a tiny bit boring, but it needs to be done. I don't need contrast because I just use crayons to color my miniatures. Right, how's that working out for you? My wife wants to get into sculpting and eventually casting. Can you recommend a set of sculpting tools? Just self-make all your tools. So go to my YouTube and check what I do for sculpting. I mean, it depends on the scale. If you want to do larger scales, just yeah, just use self-made tools. So what you're going to need is a universal tool, and it really turns out that this is the best shape, or at least for me it turned out that this is the best shape. So you want to have a universal tool like that. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a spatula, I guess. And you want that tip to be slightly bent, and then do almost everything with that. You can scrape away things, you can cut like this, shape some things, shape sharp edges and so on. And then you want a variation of a loop tool that has some, how do you call them? I never remember. Crevices. So you want a variation of this. You can just do a simple one like this. Just create a loop and use a file to do this. Just use the file and create lines like this. You're using those to blend together the pieces of Sculpey you put on. This is one that is a bit finer, so you can refine those blends a bit better, but all that you know you don't really need it because you're going to smooth everything later on. And yeah, I just made a loop tool too that is used for cutting out parts. You can see it's a bit dirty, but you can see that I just filed it thin or sandpapered it thin. Yeah, those are the tools that I use the most. And then as you work on them, you're going to realize, okay, I need some other tools. So maybe a needle works always. But yeah, typically what you are going to encounter is that you're not going to find good tools to buy. So for example, a lot of people buy these, but they're total crap. They're used for 1-to-1 scale, but not 1-to-10 or lower, simply because everything is just too thick, and you know you would use that to cut stuff away. But those are crap. You don't, anything you can buy isn't really all that good. You know, you see those a lot. Just not shaped in a good way. I mean, if you compare them to my standard tool, they're just too big and too thick. So this one was close, obviously, to this one, but it's still too thick, in my opinion. You cannot do really sharp lines. So yeah, just create your own. Just start with something basic like these two. That's all you need, this and this. And then create those that you need. You know, maybe something to cut stuff away. And then use a brush to smooth everything. And that's all you really need. You don't need to buy any of the crap that is available online. Ready-made sculpting tools are not what you're going to use in the long run. At least in the lowest scales. Like I said, for one-to-one sculpting, they might have some use. That's all you really need. There is this certain urge to be prepared and to have all the tools available when you start. And I get it. It's like, okay, I want a good brush for painting so that I'm ready when I'm starting. But the question is, do you need it? And I think unlike a brush, a brush, how to say it, has a certain, or works a certain way, and you cannot really create anything yourself that would be better than a brush. But with sculpting, anything that you create yourself for a certain purpose is going to be better than any of the ready-made tools. And as I said, no sculptor that I know uses ready-made tools, except maybe for the color shapers. So one thing that I always use is this color shaper. So it has a firm tip that still moves a bit, so it's just like rubber or silicone, and that works pretty good in all scales. But that's it really. That's the only ready-made tool that I use. No sculptor that I know really uses ready-made tools, because they all found out that, or they all encountered certain situations where they needed to make their own tool anyway, so they just stuck to it and kept creating their own tools. Thanks for the affiliate link you sent me last week for the Raphael brushes. Came in handy. Now it's just the waiting game till they arrive. Thanks for using it. Thank you for the indirect support, or I guess, is it indirect or direct? Indirect, I guess. But yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, those two brushes were covered. Not this one, but the ones that I bought, those were covered by the affiliate stuff. So I guess all you guys bought my new brushes, so thanks for that. Yeah, another thing, I mean, being transparent and all, another reason why I need to bring my website on the way is that people finally, can see everything that I do, and maybe they knew me for sculpting and I didn't really know that I also painted, or that there's stuff, that they can buy as far as my busts go or miniatures go. Yeah, just that's going to hopefully also help with trying to do it full time. So I'm pretty excited about getting the website online. But yeah, I definitely need some help with all this legal stuff that you need to put on there. I mean, you never know, right? But I also don't think that they're just going to try to nail me if I did my best with that whole thing. So I don't know if they're going to go after artists that barely make a living anyway. But you never know, right? You want to be prepared. Damn, wait. It's tricky not to destroy any of the wings. You really don't need that many tools. No, you don't. I mean, obviously, the more specialized you get, but you're going to notice. You're going to notice if you are specializing in some things. It can come in handy. Let's see, I'm going to try and find tools that I made Oh yeah. One thing, I lied. So these ball tools, they are super cheap. I would definitely buy these. They are, what are they called? I think nail art. You're doing something like that where you dip them in and then you dip that on, you know, a nail, and you can do all kinds of different, you know, dot shapes and so on. I guess that's what they're originally made for. Those are really handy because you can do negative space with them too. Those are the only ready-made tools that I use. I don't know if those are in the video. Maybe I need to do a new video. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, then I have a couple of things that I just put on, you know, where on my, or the hand drill that I use for my drill bits. I just put those in to create rivets on science fiction pieces, for example. That's what I mean with, as you expand and do other things, you're going to be creative with what you need to create exactly the vision that you want, that you have in mind. And generally those things aren't super cheap. I mean, you can get brass stuff for, I don't know, $3. What higher education do I have? I have a degree in teaching. I'm a science teacher basically, or I teach, I studied biology and psychology. Can't get a job though. Because apparently there are too many teachers at the moment. Which kind of sucks, but I'm not too worried. I mean, I would like to teach like 1 or 2 days per week still, because it's still fun to teach kids, but the miniature painting thing is going better and better each day, so I don't need it. I probably don't need it in the long run. It's still fun to do. I also pursued a degree in just biology that was zoology and genetics, but I didn't finish that. I did finish my teaching degree though. Psychology is seeing through me. Yeah, that's exactly what everyone says. It's not true. I mean, first of all, the psychology degree in psychology, or the teaching psychology degree, is also tied to philosophy, so it's basically just half a degree, I guess, because the other half is philosophy, sorry. And you never have any clinical, analytical things that you do. You just learn about psychology, so that's not really it. I'm MacGyver. Are those just bits of paper clips? I don't know what you mean. Oh, the loops. That is, I think I just used this, honestly. Just some 65 or 0.65 millimeter wire, and then I sanded it thinner, just to have the more stable base, and then have a thinner part where I actually cut stuff away. I mean, technically you can do it from paper clips too, but aluminum wire or iron wire is just better to work with, I think. Especially since the EU is going a bit crazy on trademark stuff online. Not so much that, because I mean, everything is done by myself You know, all the sculpts I did myself. But the privacy statement stuff, or do you call it that in English? Data security, privacy stuff, they are really huge on that with the European Union. And they did that because of, you know, Google and Facebook and all that. But all the small businesses have to, I don't know, pay a lawyer to set up their privacy statements and so on. And no one really knows, you know, are they going to sue me if I don't have that on, or what's going to happen? And I mean, it's crazy. Because if you have a shop, you're going to obviously have a customer account, and you're not going to, or your customers actually want you to remember their address so they don't have to enter it all the time, every time they order and so on. But we have to, you know, tell them, well, we store your address, obviously. Is that okay? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And what else is there? I don't know, there's some e-commerce law that also passed, and I don't want to deal with all that shit, honestly, but I have to. Because otherwise I don't even know what's going to happen. Yeah, I think the purple looks good. I'm a physicist, but I'm also trying to be a miniature painter. Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, of the people that I know that went into miniature painting, a lot of them had like science educations. Don't know why I can't properly see today, but it's probably because of the lights. And it's quite interesting. I don't know, it might just be a certain nerd culture, maybe strong in people that pursue science degrees. But we never know. Maybe that's the cause. I think Austria might be the only country in the world with too many teachers. Yeah, well, that's not true. That there's too many teachers for the type of school that I want to work at. So how do you call it? Elemental school teachers? We don't have enough of these. So any of the schools that you attend during your first 8 years of schools, those, or you know, the first 4 years of school, like elementary school, there's not enough teachers for that. And then the next 4 years, there's 2 different types of schools that you can attend. One of them is like a lower standard, and most people go there. And then there is the highest standard that you can, you know, do 4 years of or 8 years of, and then you're allowed to study, to go to university. Teachers for that type of school are too many. The others are, for the other schools, there's not enough. So it's an imbalance there too. Pretty much the opposite here in the States. If it's like, wait, what does that refer to? Sun? Yeah, no, I don't think it's that much different because of what I just explained. So higher education schools, there's too many teachers for that, because I mean, because of some demographic changes, these other school types are really, really hard to teach at. see, maybe we can use the new brushes. Psychtrough. Why do I hurt on the inside? I don't know. Have you swallowed any sharp objects? That could be a reason. Yeah, just honestly, psychology, I wasn't that interested in psychology. I studied it more because it's in combination with philosophy. I was more interested in that. But psychology is fun to teach because yeah, it's stuff that happens with everyone and not really consciously. A lot of it is not really conscious, and yeah, the students they really enjoy that, you know, when they're like, what? No, that's not going to happen with me. And then you do an experiment and then it just happens exactly the way exactly that way, and they can barely, you know, they don't understand what's happening. Yeah, it's just fun to teach because typically also the students that you are teaching psychology and philosophy to, they are older, they're like 17 and 18, and that's when most of the people that didn't want to learn aren't there anymore, and those are the ones you can really work with and, you know, go deep on things and have interesting discussions with. Basically, that's what you become a teacher for. We had to update all of our paperwork in the studio to cover the General Data Protection Act. Yeah, exactly. It's total bollocks. Yeah. It just hits those smaller businesses so much harder because I don't have the time to really bother with that. And I mean, again, I'm not going to sell the 50 people that are going to order per year those people's data to anyone. What good would that do myself? That does make sense in a way. Woman's a pretty nerdy hobby, and a lot of nerds end up in science and engineering, for example, in biochem. Yeah, exactly. That was the thought. Hey, Cujo. How's it going? Wait. Are we still live? What just happened? No, we are. Hiccups. No, seems good, seems good. Let me just find the chat again. Staring intensely. Okay, seems to work again. I just kind of lost chat. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I really like the purple. I don't know if it fits with the rest. But I really like it. Yeah, indeed. It's a bit on the... Yeah, there's a lot of colors in there, but I think it works. Yeah, but, you know, there's the yellow, the purple, the turquoise. What is this? The salmon red, the dark red. But I think it still works. Need more of that. Hair is really cool. Thank you. Hey, Magenta Mouse. Red. Thank you, Cujo. Thank you. Give her a green ombre. What's an ombre? In that context. I mean, this video is all a week old for me, but for the sake of it, that's interesting. It's interesting that people think, you know, or when they're watching a video that is a week old on YouTube, it's basically old news, or, you know, not relevant anymore. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So I'm trying not to cover too much. Whoa. Leave a few strands of hair black or darker. So it's probably hard to see since this is rather dark. Might be worth checking these. I'll totally open that. Yeah, another thing that I have is that I can find Schwangerschaftstest. What? I can find those in German, but I didn't have them in English, so thanks for that. I'm totally going to check that out. I'm here to help. You're so helpful. Is when it turns out a different color halfway down. Okay. Yeah, I kind of already have that with the red. So that the red is turning black towards the end. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. But I see what you mean. Yeah, I guess it would work. Maybe with some purple. Oh, sorry, turquoise. Maybe with some turquoise. It's also kind of hard to reach all of these parts. I just realized. It's also hard to paint on cam, apparently. Yeah, those parts are just hard to reach, sorry. So what's everyone else painting then? Any progress on projects? I also should be starting on my Golden Demon entries for Germany. Now that it's probably going to happen. No kids playing outside. It's 9 p.m. so kids are gone home. Also, I don't have the window open. It's not that warm. It has been raining all day. It's definitely too cold for the season. But I don't know. At the moment, I rather have it cold or prefer it cold than sweating. When is the Golden Demon in Germany? I don't know. I just know, or you know, it's kind of given right now that it's going to happen. First, I thought it would happen again in August, like it did last year. Rumors are that it might be in October, which the later the better at this point, because I don't really have anything finished, and I need to redo a few. Well, redo. I'm probably. Why do I always say that? Probably, definitely. I will definitely not finish my Griff Charger for any of those competitions, because it's just too different. The non-metallic is just not really what they want to see anymore. And I say that knowing that some people can definitely win with non-metallics, but if you're not really known to them, going out on a limb here, but it just seems like the more you're known, the more you get away with non-metallic stuff. Like Richard Gray always wins with non-metallics, but for, you know, more unknown painters, they kind of prefer if you paint those things in metallics. And if you do non-metallic metal, then rather have it subtle and not too much in your face. But I don't want to turn into miniatures then here. I'm painting Throg, Troll King, for a local competition. You need to convert it. You need to resculpt half of it. That was also kind of interesting. I mean, again, I really like the Slayer Sword winner. But it was kind of interesting that they had a conversion, or, you know, where someone resculpted parts of it win. It's good to know, because I've been going back to out-of-the-box painting, which I don't always like. I really prefer to be able to redo parts. So that was good to know. And that's what I mean with I need to start preparing for the games day in Germany and maybe convert something, or just come up with an idea for a conversion and so on. Still painting my non-metallic Helbrecht and Black Templars. Nice to meet you. Alex Stewart, thanks for subbing on YouTube. Welcome. Much appreciated. Still painting my non-metallic Helbrecht and Black Templars. I'll give it 50 years to completion. I see what you mean. Sitting painting the 6 legs of the Venom Crawler. Sick of the sight of it now. Already? Haven't you just started those? Or am I tripping? Guess I'm not going to spend that much time. Oh my god. Blending everything smoothly, just probably going to let the value difference do its thing. Hey David, how's it going? How's the weather in Spain? There's a hair. Okay, it's gone. Almost tempted to leave it at that. Not go that much brighter. Yeah, we'll risk it for the biscuit. Let's see how it looks. To go back just a tiny bit, I guess. We need shot tutorial about how to hold brush correctly without all the shaking movements. Wait, what do you mean? Me turning it, or what's the problem? Sorry if I'm a bit too hectic. Hi, Dosaki Marine. How's it going? Just started it this afternoon. Okay, okay. Guild Bomb models here on commission. I want to get back into my own means. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I can't really do commissions. I just want to paint what I want to paint and not what I have to paint. I know the feeling. Well, actually I don't. I just remember it very vividly from the only time I ever did a commission, I guess. 300 years ago. Okay, what can we mix in here? We just go to white? I guess we do. See how that ends up looking. If it's too harsh, I can always go over that again with a layer of the darker color. Wish me luck. I'm so bad at uploading on Instagram. Wait, why exactly? What exactly do you need luck for? To get a lot of views or to just upload the thing? Don't remember uploading to Instagram being that hard. Would be more fun if you would paint a huge Morathi. Yeah, maybe for you. Definitely not for me. Because I hate large models. If you look at his face cam, you can see that he links. Oh, okay, you mean that. Sometimes when you try to paint in difficult places, you need to hold the brush in a weird way so it gets shaking. Ah, okay. Yeah, people have been giving good advice, so I do this, you know, just plant my elbows like right here. And then I make contact with the brush holder, so like this. That way, you know, it's not free hanging or free moving, so I'm really limiting the brush movement, and that way I have better control over it. Anyone else hyped for the Blood Bowl halflings? Haven't really heard of those. What kind of brush is this? I think I have a link below the stream. It's a Raphael Series 8404 and a size 1. They're pretty good brushes. My favorite brushes, actually. So, because yeah, they have a long life typically, and yeah, they don't lose tip that easily, and they have a great brush tip to begin with. Don't usually recommend, you know, expensive brushes for beginners. But if you know how to take care of brushes, then they are definitely worth investing into. Whoa. Yeah, they're also not that expensive. They are on the... I mean, obviously they are expensive, but there is more expensive brushes out there, let's put it that way. Just need to correct this. Whoa. Yeah, don't want to go too bright, too fast. Still trying to find a good balance here. The guy there on the Raphael is really laser-like. That has become a meme really quickly. But what I found funnier was where, you know, he was asking me for advice. And then I told him, I would link you my Patreon things on how I blend and all that. but it would just end up in a video. And I would have to sleep below the bridge or under the bridge because all my secrets are out there. And he said all my stuff is stolen, and I just said, I know. Probably not funny to anyone else, but it was kind of hilarious in my head. $50 here in Australia for Windsor. Damn. Impressive transitions. Do you have any tutorials in blending? Yeah, I mean, you can check out my YouTube. There is stuff on there. But yeah, I mean, obviously, the bulk of my work is on Patreon because I have to make a living somehow. Dum 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 dum. To get the picture's correct size. What did I miss? What I do is hold a miniature with the left hand and almost grab that hand with 2 fingers. Yeah, it's just some kind of, you know, resting the one hand, the brush hand, on the other. I can't put 2 elbows on a table. It's not enough for me. I also place both palms on the tabletop. Palms. I mean, yeah, that still works, right? It's just you kind of have to have a tabletop that is up there so you don't constantly slouch over, I guess. It's funny how the brain works when we hold tools. It interprets it as part of body. If you can hold the mini with both hands, the brain helps a lot. Interesting. Automagically. Sorry for all the dumb questions. It's my first. No, it's fine. Don't like it says in the description. I mean, I wouldn't be here if, you know, if I wouldn't want to answer questions. So don't worry. Everything's fine. You know, all questions are fine. In before stupid questions. What's your bank account number? Just kidding. But yeah, that is the purpose of the Monday streams, it is the purpose to be here and answer questions. So no need to apologize. Maybe work on these back there a bit. Hey Kenny Webb, what's the story with the guide hair and mini hack? Should we tell it again? So Miniac was streaming on Twitch for a long time. He was doing like every day or every weekday before work, I think. And I was popping into a stream occasionally. And one day he was complaining. He had some kind of hair sticking out in the middle of the brush tip. And he was complaining, and I said, yo dude, don't complain, that's the guide hair. You know, I was just making stuff up as I went. And then during the, well, not the next video, but one of the next videos, he was talking about brushes, and then he was talking about guide hairs, and I was just dying laughing. I mean, what Miniac does is he doesn't know all that much about painting, right, to start off with, which kind of works because it feels like, oh, this guy is learning alongside me channel.
Bit Dominator.
Bit Dominator, indeed. Thanks a lot for those bits, Sir Gore, and welcome to the stream today. But yeah, what Miniac does is he just takes or sets out and finds a new thing that he doesn't know, and then he just researches and tells you everything he finds out about, you know, everything that he was able to research. And that was you know, an example of he's just trying to, and I'm not saying this in a way that I want to put him down or anything, but he was just taking that information and putting it in a video, and it was just bullshit. It was still funny. I didn't expect that he would, you know, tell 25,000 people that guide hairs existed in brushes, but there we go. That's the birth of a meme. Hey Robocop, steal it and make it your own. Yeah, exactly. There are no dumb questions. There is dumb questions, you know, as in out of context questions, where it's like, students do that a lot, right? When you say, kids, it's okay, you can ask everything, and then they're asking you like, are you married, and stuff like that. I kind of would consider out of context questions dumb questions. I mean, again, we can talk about out of context stuff, it's fine, but that's the reasoning behind why I said there are dumb questions. How long did it take you to paint on this level? I mean, when you're pursuing to get better, you have blending down pretty fast if you read a lot and watch a lot of tutorials and so on. So it's kind of hard to tell. It's more about how colors work together, and compositional things, and where to put lights and shadows. That is kind of difficult, or that takes a bit longer to acquire. But yeah, it's kind of hard to answer that question. I was pretty okay, pretty fast.
Nice to meet you.
But, you know, I still have a lot to learn. Doesn't change the fact. And Nico D, thanks a lot for following. Thanks for subbing on YouTube, that is. And yeah, the more time you invest and the more dedicated you are, the faster you're going to be good at this hobby. I guess just like everything else, honestly. Mix guide here for Windsor, indeed. Winsor Newton and Raphael brushes have different lengths of bristles. Winsor Newton shorter than Raphael. What is better? I don't think there is that much. It doesn't matter that much. Do I have a Winsor Newton somewhere? Hold on, just give me a second. It's kind of funny to that because we just had the meme of steal and make it your own. That video got only, I think, 1,000 views, while the actual Space Marine one has 21,000 by now, I guess. Anyway, a Winsor Newton brush, size 1. I have one somewhere. Huh. Give me an hour, I'm going to find it. That's Da Vinci. Checkers. No, that's not it either. Yeah, I can't find it at the moment, but a size 1 brush by Winsor Newton is about the equivalent of a size 0 brush in with Raphael, so it doesn't matter. If I'm getting a size 0 Raphael, it's not going to be better than the Winsor Newton. It doesn't matter that much. What you want to avoid is really small brushes like these with no reservoir. You know, all these 3x0, 5x0, stuff like that. It's just really annoying because, I mean, look at the brush tip. Brush tip is basically the same. I can paint a thin line with this brush too. I mean, it's probably even better. Let's be honest. And it's going to draw paint from the reservoir back here, so you don't have to constantly dip the small brush into paint, or you know, the big brush doesn't have to be constantly dipped into paint. So that is the only thing, or the only reason why you kind of want the bigger brush. But it's not going to matter that much. Going from a size 1 Winsor Newton to a size 1 wait, what did I say? It's not going to matter. Anyways, the size difference from a size 1 Winsor Newton to a size 1 Raphael doesn't matter that much, is what I was trying to say. Kind of lost that effect we had earlier, but again, I might just tone everything down again, but we'll see. Just want to get some contrast in there. I don't know what I'm doing. Haha, you married. You real professional brush. I'm minis. Wait, if I'm painting minis for the art value, how should I approach selecting? Wow. There we go. How should I approach selecting the color scheme while still keeping lore relevant? I'm doing an adapt regimen, so I know there is some red needed. I don't know how to answer that. I mean, art value, I guess what you're trying to say is you want to enjoy painting it and not, but still staying true to the lore. So I guess, boil it down to what the lore actually says. What is the... Try to find the minimum that makes it still lore relevant. Does that make sense? And the rest you just, you know, it's just up to personal interpretation. And also don't really care about what others say.
Nice to meet you.
Gerard Alvarez, thanks a lot for following. Thanks for subbing on YouTube. Apparently I'm really bad with Spanish names. I always called, what's his name? Joaquim Palacroix. But he's called, wait, what's it called? Palacio? Something like that. I never really noticed that I was being stupid there. Yeah, so this is really not a good model to assemble completely. Kuja Painting, thanks a lot for rejoining the Major League. Thank you for resubbing. Much appreciated. Welcome back. Yeah, if you don't know Cujo yet, guys, obviously it's the guy from YouTube. So give him a follow on YouTube if you haven't yet. Usually don't go all the way to white, but yeah, I'm going to risk it. Just on a few parts. More control, better flow with a fat boy that has a fine tip. Yeah, exactly. There are no kangaroos in Austria. Well, there are a few, but they're not running around. I'm embracing my inner Ben comments. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I definitely liked the more subtle highlights better. I definitely don't like these. Miniatures then.
Ben Comets is the best painter ever. Change my mind.
No, I can't, dude. He invented miniature painting. What else is there to say? That argument is lost before it even starts. But thanks a lot for rejoining the Major League Miniatures then. Has he given himself a shout out yet? If not, then feel free. When I was in Spain and tried to call from my hotel room to a hotel desk, they answered me. They answered me that do not have black tea. I don't understand that. Sorry. The bot is working, indeed. How's the weather in Russia? How's the sales sword entry coming along, midges then? Ooh. Yeah, good question. Yeah, so let's see. I think I'm gonna go brighter on these parts, and then I'm going to tone it down, like I said. I just, for some reason, I'm not a fan of these really bright hair streaks or strands. Can't paint straight lines for the life of me. Waiting to find the right model, then I ask Ben if he teaches me how to paint well enough. I honestly don't think Ben Comets would win a Slayer Sword anymore these days, unless he's going really try hard mode. But his style is way different from what is currently on vogue in the game stay world. But you know, obviously, if he went super try hard, then maybe. But it was always his shtick to say, oh, I painted those minis in 3 days and they won a golden demon. So, for example, when I entered some Beastmen that actually took me like half a year to be painted, and those took the 3rd place, and he did some Nurgle stuff that he just started 3 days before the Golden Demon with, you know, obviously all loaded brush and stuff, and they won gold. I wasn't really happy back then, but it's kind of whatever right now, or by now, obviously. I really did struggle, but I decided against going to Golden Demon in the UK because I just wasn't in the mood to change my painting style around. Definitely for Germany it's a bit better. I guess it's maybe because it's a longer time and I'm going to start some fresh entries. I know it's weird, but it's definitely a thing. I just hate white. Go away, white. Hey brother Aegis, Discord is quiet. Hope to see lots of people sharing the mentions there. Yeah, I mean, they do. It's just not always. And I still think my Discord is the most active among all patron Discords. And you know, you can start a trend. Just share your stuff, and I mean, the more is shared there, the more people are going to jump onto it. I obviously can't force people to share their stuff. Also, there's yeah, you know, jobs, and not everyone can paint all of the time. Not even I can paint all the time. Most of the time I'm editing. But yeah, it's not, you know, not all the value of a Discord is in the amount of posted miniatures. A lot of it is also in the conversations that take place between the painted stuff. Yeah, I'm not happy with the hair, but at least we got some paint on it. Just going to get a few more consistent layers done. You people with your competitive thinking, sometimes that gets annoying. Wait, did you refer to me? I'm far from being competitive these days. My episode was... Yeah, I'm getting a bit annoyed when people call me competitive, because I'm probably the least competitive person in the world when it comes to Golden Demons. It's still fun to go and try to have something, but I don't know. Like I said, I really didn't want to subject myself to Golden Demon painting mode, and I just rather preferred to chill and paint some stuff that you know, would not have won a Golden Demon at all. My music isn't on, that's true. And that's on purpose. Too bad, looks like Germany game stay isn't going to happen. Why do you say that? Did you have that in your morning urine today? Or do you have a source? And again, even if it doesn't happen, I'm not too worried. I'll still paint something that could be entered, just for the fun of it. Me sharing away, dude, I'm shit quite embarrassed. God damn it. The way how I tried to say Spanish name Juan, oh, my pronunciation was so terrible they considered that I wanted to order something in my hotel room. Ah, I see. Discord is Travaren's Discord is the busiest patron based one I've come across. I'm going to start doing a personal project update every Saturday in an attempt to encourage myself to be more productive. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to work. I mean, I should probably include that into the next video. But we'll see. But yeah, I've read your first one. I wasn't quite able to respond to it yet because of my stupid toe. It's always like if I have a bit of a health issue. I mean, obviously it's a minor health issue, but it takes all my brain power because I'm thinking, okay, how can I fix this, and so on. So yeah, I was focused on that, and obviously I was trying to finish the website too. Okay, that's not really what I want. Yeah, I really don't like the hair. I'll be honest, I don't consider that a success. It looked way better during the first highlights, or the first two highlights. People were saying it at Warhammer Fest. Which people? Just random people running around? I love your sources, dude. Also, I'm not actually sure. They probably, not even the employees know it way until it's, you know, how to say. I mean, they take so long with their announcements. I think there's something deeper behind that. Like, people are actually not really knowing whether or not it's going to happen, and then someone is like, yeah, you know, Golden Demon Germany or Wemmerfest Germany, you need to prepare. And they're like, oh, okay. Thanks for letting us know. If you don't like hair, just use Games Workshop contrast paints. That's true. You seem to always be honest. Yeah, I mean, I really try to be, and I always try to, you know, base everything I say in somewhat of a, you know, back it up with some sources, or I'm trying to make up as little as possible. But yeah, there's no use in, I don't know, trying to I don't know why I would have to lie about things. There's really no reason. And yeah, one reason why I stopped painting for a long time was actually the community. You know, obviously not the Twitch community or anything. That was way before Twitch actually existed. But the painting community, I always felt like there's a lot of dishonesty going on, and a lot of behind the backs talking, and you know, in front of me you're talking fine, and then behind my back you're talking shit. A lot of that was going on in this community, in the painting community, during maybe 2005 to 2010, and then eventually I just had enough, because up front everyone's best friends, and behind the backs they're all talking crap about each other. Well, not all, obviously, but a lot of people, and it was just dishonest. And when it became more and more of a business, that also was more evident too, for obvious reason, like competitions and competition as a whole among miniature painters. Either way, I wish they announced the dates of their events months earlier. Yeah, me too, for sure. You know, it's just, how do you say it? It's just arrogant. It's like, they're going to be fine if we announce a competition like 1.5 months before. Yeah, they're going to be fine. I mean, no one's going to want to prepare like 3 months before that, right? I need only 5 hours drive to Düsseldorf. I do not need tickets. What? What are you going to? How are you going to get in? What is in Düsseldorf? Potentially a Golden Demon or a Warhammer Fest like there was last year. But nothing's confirmed yet. It is there. Well, I was told by reliable sources that there is a team that's going to prepare for it, or that is going to prepare it, but yeah, not sure about the date, and it could still happen to not happen. If that makes sense. Oh my god, hair. Yeah, I also don't know how to do this. Let's see. Let me just wash that stuff in purple. See how that turns out. Pull a bit of a contrast color test here. Yeah, people are really crazy about the contrast paints. I mean, only that, or even that 10-hour video of someone just filming with their mobile phone what they were painting on the actual Warhammer Fest. I think that got 150,000 views now. It's crazy. Oof. That scared me. Aceto, wait, Ace Tomato. I was in Italian mode. Thanks a lot for resubbing. Thanks for rejoining the Major League. Thank you, thank you. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay, let's also do these boots. Seems like they're made for walking. Oh, they actually have some metallic area in the front. Okay, we have to do that different then. I never had a viral video. What was your most viewed video? I mean, mine are viral as in. I mean, the Black Templar video has 75,000 views. Like, 1,000 views. 75,000 views. English is hard, but that's accumulated over 2.5 years, I think. The most viral one, I guess, was the last one with 21,000 views. I don't know if that could be considered viral at all. Got to do some cleanup here later. Have you sculpted anything lately? No. No time. Too much to do with Patreon. I mean, I finished something, some sculpt, but that was more like, okay, that was like maybe 5% left to do. That was the orc bust that I wanted to finish since a while, but I didn't start anything new so far, or lately. No time. Well, actually, I sculpted a lot of keycaps, but those are NDA, obviously, until they come out. But nothing miniature related. Keycaps just pay better, which is, I don't know, kind of sad, but also interesting. Your new video is always in my recommended bar. 64k-ish, I think, but it's years old. Yeah, I see what you mean. What's your thought on the upcoming Games Workshop contrast paints? So for me, they're probably not going to do much, but they will probably get new people into the painting hobby, and they're going to, you know, give a lot of people that just, quote unquote, just want to play, which is fine, the incentive to get back to painting and, you know, finish their armies. And yeah, I guess in that regard it was a good move by Games Workshop. Yeah, personally I probably won't use them, but I can see that people will. That's so weird, just turns gray, but I guess it's okay. Gray is okay. I think I still want a bit of blue in there. Let's go for some Incubate Darkness, why not? Yeah, I mean, again.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Amanda Pandu, thanks for following. Welcome to the community. I always keep forgetting how my followers sound. Works. Do you still collect armies? No, I never played. I never collected armies. I mean, did I ever collect armies? I guess I was always biased towards some armies where I bought more of than others, but I never really collected an army for the sake of playing. I did play some Confrontation, but that was a lifetime ago, and it was also, quote unquote, only a skirmish game. I always just had more fun painting. I guess so. I was still going to gaming evenings, but that was more just to go there and talk to friends than just painting. Than playing. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Nice to meet you.
Jamie McDonald, thanks for subbing to my YouTube. Thank you.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Huh, DHCHDO. Did I mispronounce that? Thanks a lot for the follow. Welcome to the community. Kind of hard to see what I'm doing, sorry, it's kind of dark. See, Arnie got drop kicked in South Africa. Oh, I already read his tweets. I read his tweets. S code 0. Thanks a lot for following on YouTube. Yeah, I read the tweet. I haven't really seen it. He wrote like, yeah, I just thought, you know, I got a bit ruffled by the crowd. I didn't actually notice anything. I don't know if that was playing it or downplaying it, you know, or if he really didn't quite realize that something happened. But I didn't know that there was a video. Look, police are like, this dude is known. From the side you can see it wasn't that bad. Okay. Yeah, he's 70, exactly. I was going to say. The guy ran across the gym and double leg kicked him in the back, then started screaming, help me, and he hit a Lamborghini. What an idiot. I mean, yeah. Probably the wrong approach to this. But hey,
nice to meet you.
What do I know? Illerich, thanks a lot for subbing on YouTube. Welcome to the community. Enjoy the videos. He'll be drop kicked in the shower. In prison. He can make a Lambo out of a bar of soap. But if he's known, well, shouldn't he be in prison? He's probably known for stuff like that. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just slapping paint on miniatures. I would love to stay. Oh, wait.
I would love to stay and chat, but been a long day for me. Need some ZZs.
Good night, Sir Goran. Thanks a lot for your support. Thanks for the bits. Have a good night. Should have started earlier, huh? But yeah. I'm just kind of happy. Well, we will see how it turns out, but I'm kind of happy I don't have to have surgery tomorrow. That is, yeah, probably a good thing. That looks actually pretty good. Can you see it on cam? Probably not. It has a better effect in real life. There's just some colors that don't get picked up all too well. Yeah, I really want to find something maybe for the golden demon that has some kind of black in it. It's just intriguing to get some good black done. Oh, has anyone seen the, what is it, Goblin by Max Fillet? With the small scarecrow on a stick. That's kind of funny. Good conversion too. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't think I want to go any brighter. Maybe just a tiny bit of white to have a total reflection. Dip that into some, what was it, magenta, I guess. Right, just to mimic a really glossy material. Ruin, no. Where did you get the eye magnifier from? From a local store, from a local electronics store. There is a couple of them on Amazon, but none that are as basic as mine. So maybe just look around close by, check out the electronic stores. But if you don't mind all that much, there's a couple of ones that are similar, but they are just heavier, which is why I like mine. It's not really heavy. That's the best upside mine has. If you want something similar that is a bit more heavy though, you can definitely go to Amazon, and there's a couple of them around. Just search for magnifying glasses. I'm watching your stream instead of painting my own miniatures. Why? I don't know. Why are you doing that? Procrastination. You can do both. That's true. But yeah, it's kind of late. I had to again start a bit later. A bit is an understatement. Had to start 3.5 hours later. So it is kind of late over here. I need to do something with the tips here. Probably going to do them gold. And yeah, I'll probably go to bed early for a change. So I can maybe hopefully finish my website tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Electronic Store, good shout. Thanks, I wouldn't have thought of that. Yeah, because, you know, all the flimsy things when welding. I don't know, is it called welding? It kind of helps with that. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks a lot for the support. Thanks for all the resubs. I think we had 5 resubs. Much appreciated. We are still at 33 subscriber points, so probably going to miss the goal for
Nice to meet you.
what is it, May. Terrace the photos, thanks for following my YouTube. Thank you. But yeah, we will make it another month, maybe when I have a bit more free time, so probably in July, we'll see. But yeah, thanks again for all the bits, for hanging out and chat and talking. And yeah, don't forget to hit the follow button, subscribe button on YouTube. Check out all my social media stuff below the stream. Follow me there and check out my Patreon. You know, just pledging $1 goes a long way in helping me do this full time. And then, you know, if I can do it full time, I can also stream more and, you know, produce more of that precious content. Yeah. Bye, guys. Oh yeah, let's just host someone on Twitch. I forgot that. Who is still streaming? And yeah, you know, just watching YouTube videos that you haven't watched also helps a lot. View time is everything on YouTube. And it keeps us in the, what is it called? Algorithms. Right. Yeah, let's just go for Houndstooth. I haven't hosted him in a while. Okie dokie. Bye, guys. Thanks again.